Hello everyone, welcome to Students Point. This is 5th of May and today we will see 8 most selected questions which has the highest probability of being asked in any examinations. So first let us see question for the day. You have to answer this question in the comment section. The question is India has the blank largest coal reserves in the world. These are the lists. So you have to tell India's position in coal reserves in the world. Answer this question in the comment section, and to get PDF of all these videos you have to join me on Telegram by writing Students Point 2020 on your Telegram app. Without any space, just write Students Point 2020. So let's begin. The first question, survive COVID-19 in news is a survive COVID-19 which is in news recently is a mobile game. Here C is the right answer. This game is all about a person who must step out of his house to buy groceries and return safely when the dangerous virus is around. This game gamifies the COVID-19 safety protocol, reinforcing masks, hand washing and more. This has been recently developed by Indian Institute of Technology, Tirupati, IIT Tirupati. And I have organized the test today. So don't forget to take that test, score yourself in the comment section and take that test very seriously. Don't just pass on the questions and at the end just see the answers. Then there is no benefit of taking that test. Take that test very seriously, mark the questions yourself and at the end only match the answers. And then if you wish, then score yourself in the comment section. It will boost your confidence. Even if the score is low, you will work hard to improve it in the next test. But be honest with your marks, don't exaggerate it, and even if the score is higher than others, then also don't hesitate to write it that I will suspect you that you are writing it wrong. No, if you are getting it higher, then write it confidently that yes, you are getting it higher. And don't forget to share these videos with your friends and loved ones as well, so that everyone can take benefit out of it. So I will share the video of that weekly test at the end of the screen. Tap on that and take that test. Let's see the next question. Wan Dhan Vikas Kendra was launched in. So Wan Dhan Vikas Kendra was launched in the year of 2018. So here B is the right answer. Wan Dhan Vikas Kendra was first launched in the state of Chhattisgarh. Remember the state? It was first launched in the state of Chhattisgarh. And the Wan Dhan Vikas Kendra boost the economic development of tribals who are involved in the collection of minor forest produce and provide a sustainable minor forest produce based livelihood in these rich districts, those districts which are rich in minor forest produce. So what are minor forest produce? Let's see it. The next question is about minor forest produce. Consider the following statements about revised minimum support price for minor forest produce. See, recently government has revised the minimum support price for minor forest produce, considering the ongoing situation because of COVID-19 pandemic in the country. So the statement is the highest price revision has been done in Giloy, Mahua flowers, hill grass and lac, which include Rangini and Kusumi. This statement is correct. Several products or the minor forest produce has seen the change in minimum support price, but the highest price revision was in Giloy, which is an immunity booster, Mahua flowers, hill grass and lac. While the prices of sal seeds, Bahera and Myrobalan has been kept unchanged. This statement is also correct. So here both of the statements are correct. So C is the right answer. See, we have to be prepared for unusual questions as well, as many examinations, particularly UPSC, is in the habit of keeping asking such questions which are very unusual, and it gives surprise to aspirants. So we have to see such unusual questions as well, along with the general trend based questions, because the general trend based questions are very easy to pick up. But if you are also prepared for some unusual questions, it will help you to gain an extra edge over those who have prepared only for the questions based on general trend. That is why I have taken such questions as well in this series. So the MSP, that is minimum support price for minor forest produce, is revised once every 3 years by pricing cell constituted under Ministry of Tribal Affairs. But because of COVID-19 pandemic, government has revised it earlier, much before the completion of 3 years. So what are minor forest produce? See, minor forest produce includes all non-timber forest produce. Please appreciate the word here, non-timber forest produce of plant origin, and it includes bamboo, canes, fodder, leaves, gums, waxes, dyes, resins, and many forms of food including nuts, wild fruits, honey, lac, tusser, and many other extra produces. Next question now. Consider the following statements about non-alignment movement. Now this question is very important. NAM. You must have heard about NAM. NAM is a forum of 120 developing countries that are not formally aligned with or against any major power bloc. This statement is correct. It is a group of 120 developing countries and they are not aligned with any power bloc. See, NAM was constituted during the period of Cold War, when the world was divided between two power blocs, that was led by United States of America, and the next bloc was led by USSR, and this was the former USSR now, as it was disintegrated into 15 republics, out of which Russia was the largest republic of USSR. See, and NAM was created so that these developing countries who got independence very recently with India don't get into power tussle and don't engage themselves into military affairs, so that they can work on developmental activities within their countries, but at the same time they can also express their strong opinions in the world forum without any fear and favor. That is why NAM was created, and it was created on the initiatives of Nehru, which was leading India, then Tito, who was the leader of Yugoslavia, then Sukarno of Indonesia, and Nasir of Egypt. So these were the four key leaders who taken initiative to create non-alignment movement, and it was established in the year of 1961 with 29 member countries. This statement is also correct. So the year is very important, 1961. So here both of these statements are correct, so C is the right answer. And the first summit of NAM was organized in Belgrade from 1st of September till 6th of September in the same year 1961. And NAM is the biggest grouping of countries outside United Nations. Remember, it is the biggest grouping of countries outside UN, and NAM is based on the principles which were agreed at the Bandung Conference in 1955. See, they may very easily confuse you that the first summit conference of NAM was Bandung Conference, but you have to precisely appreciate the difference here, that the first summit conference was Belgrade Conference and not the Bandung Conference. Bandung Conference was actually a conference which laid the foundation of NAM. It was not the first conference of NAM. It was here in this conference that some principles were decided upon which NAM was to be established. And the first conference thereafter was organized in 1961 in Belgrade. And recently it is in news because Prime Minister Narendra Modi has participated on 4th of May in the virtual non-alignment movement summit through video conferencing. Next question now. World Organization for Animal Health is headquartered in. So this World Organization for Animal Health is organized or is headquartered in Paris, which is in France. So here B is the right answer. And it is an intergovernmental organization responsible for improving animal health worldwide. And the standards set by this organization are recognized by WTO as reference to international sanitary rules. Why this is in news? This body is in news because recently we have seen African swine flu fever has been killing several pigs in some districts of Assam. African swine fever is a highly contagious and fatal animal disease. This African swine fever is a viral disease and it affects both wild as well as domestic pigs. but it has not. No human infection from this African swine fever has been found yet. So it can be said that human cannot be infected by this virus, so human to human infection is also not possible. And it was first detected in Africa in 1920. Earlier we have also seen that pigs in Assam were also dying because of classical swine fever. Again, this classical swine fever and African swine fever are different from swine flu. See, swine flu can affect human as well. Swine flu very much affects human, but African swine fever and classical swine fever have not been known to affect humans. And African swine fever, as I told, is not a threat to human beings since it spreads only from animals to other animals. And the only way to affect African swine fever from spreading is by killing, that is to kill the animals which are affected already. Next question now, which is the largest producer of saffron? This was a previous day question. So Iran is the largest producer of saffron. Next question, consider the following statements about Corona Killer 100. See, it is an automated disinfecting unmanned aerial vehicle developed by Garud Aerospace. This is correct. So unmanned aerial vehicle, simply you can call it drones. So this drone will help to disinfect several areas, and this will aid in sanitation of public places, hospitals and tall buildings up to 450 feet amid COVID-19 outbreak. This is also correct. So here both of the statements about the question is correct. So C is the right answer. Next question. Now this question is very important about particularly vulnerable tribal groups. Consider the following statements about PVTGs. See, privately vulnerable tribal groups are more vulnerable among the tribal groups. This is correct. See, out of the total tribal groups, there are some groups which are called as privately vulnerable tribal groups, as they are more vulnerable than other tribal groups. And these groups was created as a separate category by Debar Commission in 1973. This statement is also correct. So you can't manage to forget the name of this commission, that Debar Commission 1973 has created this separate particularly vulnerable tribal groups. So C is here, both of the statements are correct. So C is the right answer. And as of now there are total 75 listed particularly vulnerable tribal groups, and out of the 75 listed PVTGs, Odisha has the highest number of these PVTGs. And it was in news recently because there has been stiff opposition to the permanent settlement of Bru refugees from Mizoram in Tripura, and Bru refugees are categorized as particularly vulnerable tribal groups in Tripura, and Bru refugees are also called as Riang. It is a community which is indigenous to northeastern states. They mostly live in Tripura, Mizoram and Assam, and in Tripura, as I told, they are recognized as PVTGs. Next question now. The 13th session of Dekho Apna Desh was destined in, so the 13th session of Dekho Apna Desh was destined in Sariska Tiger Reserve, which is located in the state of Rajasthan. So here B is the right answer. This Sariska Tiger Reserve is located in Aravali Hills and it forms part of Alwar district of Rajasthan, and it is also part of India's Project Tiger. And the theme of this 13th session of Dekho Apna Desh is Destination Sariska Tiger Reserve. Remember the theme? Destination Sariska Tiger Reserve. And this Sariska Tiger Reserve is the first tiger reserve in India to have successfully relocated Royal Bengal tigers. So I hope you liked the video. Share this video to your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take this weekly test. Wait for the upcoming video. Until then, stay at your home, stay safe. Thanks a lot.